Ho, ho, ho. Hello, Star Wars fans. Hey, today we've got a Black Series figure to review, one that I've been waiting for some time. I know I originally ordered this figure from Target, and it was a pre-order back when Hasbro was having their big weekly events, the Fan First Fridays and those kind of things, and they announced the Dark Side Ray available for pre-order and from Target. So I ordered it from Target, and Target kept sending me notices. Hey, it's been delayed. It's been delayed. Finally, they just decided to cancel the order. So, oh, Santa had to place his order from Dorkside Toys, and of course, here we go. We received this figure in the mail, and I've been excited to open it and review it with you. And to be honest, this is the second take. Oh, I've already done a whole video, but now we've got to start over. So some of this stuff, the unpacking has already been done, but we'll still show you what I found when I opened it originally. So the original packaging is here, and when you open it up, inside, right off the bat, you can see, first of all, the billing. So here's my invoice for the Dark Side Ray, and I'll just put that down for you all. And then inside, the package, the figure is just wrapped in this plastic. So we'll remove this, and as I mentioned, I've already removed the figure. Oh my goodness, Santa, you didn't record the audio the first time. So here we have it. So here's the packaging, and you can see there on the side, there's Ray, and on the back you've got the whole dark side vision, and you've got the story about while searching for the Sith Wayfinder, Ray envisions her turn to the dark side. And it's got this nice little story back here on the back. And to be honest, Santa had hoped that this was going to be a clone sister of Ray. You know, Darkseid Ray, before the movie came out, looked like a fascinating thing. There was a lot of speculation. Did Ray actually turn to the dark side? What's going on? And there were a lot of speculation from The Last Jedi in that mirror scene that perhaps Ray was a long line of clones that had been made, and only particular ones were force sensitive. Ray being one, and this dark side one being another. And Ray had been spirited off, then raised there on Jakku, of course, and that was the thought. And then I had hoped that we were going to get Ray versus Dark Ray in actuality, not just division. And I know they were kind of going for the whole Dark Side cave and all that from the original trilogy with Luke and Vader, but here I actually wanted to see them battle one another and as clone sisters, and that would have been awesome. Oh, but anyway, we have her here. So as I mentioned, I've already removed her from the packaging, but I just want to show you guys again. Dorkside does a nice job. There's no damage there. We did have a little bit here when I took it out of the packaging. This little corner was bent, but other than that, the packaging's absolutely pristine. They did a nice job there. And again, it's worth noting that this does have the choking hazard warning for children under 3. So this is 4 years plus. And interesting enough, when I was looking at this, and here we go, we'll just pull her out. I've already got her set up and posed. Here we have her with that double saber. And I think the choking hazard comes from actually the double saber itself. So let's get this out of her hand. I want to just take a note here. Her hand is curled around to hold that saber, right? The thing is, the fingertips are really close to the palm. So getting her to hold this saber is quite the effort. Oh, it takes a lot of effort to get it in and out of her hand. But I want to show you all this saber. So, you know, you got to kind of twist it to get it out because she wants to hold on to that thing. Well, let me borrow it for a minute there, Ray. You can have it back later. So again, it's kind of got this pivot here in the middle. And you can see this pivot is just a tab and a socket that it fits into. And so that turns really nicely. You can do that. And then, of course, the blades are removable. And an interesting thing I found with these blades, so here's the blade, and it's got that tab on the end, right? I'll hold it in front of the beard so you kind of get that white in the in the background. But it's got this little indentation, and the saber itself has the same counter indentation, so that the saber won't go in any old way. You have to line up the indentation with the saber itself. So you can remove this, and you've got these blades. So I suppose these could be choking hazards, right? A child chewing on these might swallow them, although they're kind of long, right? So, but that would definitely cause a choking issue. The other would be this. So right here in my hand, you've got the sabers, right? You've got this, and I love the coloring here. They've got some nice detail. There's texture on the handles and coloring there. And this way you could pose Rey, Dark Side Rey here, with the double sabers off, right? So if you want to do that, you could do that. Or you can attach the blades. Again, they're set to go in just a particular way, and you just not put it in the notch with it lined up, and it goes all the way in. If you don't do that with the notch lined up, it won't go all the way in. I'll show you all what that looks like. If you try to get it in without the notch lined up, it just won't hardly stick, right? If you turn it, get it lined with the notch, then it clicks right into place, and you get that nice effect, right? So there you have it. And now let's take a look at Rey, Dark Side Rey here. The one thing that I absolutely love is this cloth cape. Look at that. Oh, that's fantastic. The hood, though, it stops at the hood. The hood is this plastic rubberized material, and interestingly enough, that's attached, folks. This hood, you can't peel it back. Her head doesn't come out of there. Oh, Rey. Oh my goodness. Here we go. We almost got it. Oh, come on. Yeah, she does have hair under there. Oh, they've got it attached. It's just that it's, there you go. You can see the hair. And does she have those uh, 3 braids on the back? She does. There you go. Boy, that is a lot of work to get that hood peeled back. And it just doesn't want to do that. So you're kind of stuck with the figure having that hood on. Again, the head is turned there. And her eyebrows are kind of furled. It's got to be Dark Side Rey, right? So let's compare her with the other Rey from Rise of Skywalker. This is Rise of Skywalker Rey wearing the white outfit. Compare this to our Dark Side Rey. Let's get this out of the way so that we can see a facial comparison, right? So here, Dark Side Rey, she's got the eyebrows kind of furled down, right? They're pointed down. Regular Rise of Skywalker Rey's kind of got the normal look going on. So it's the same figure. The hair, once we were able to pull that back, it's the exact same hair. They just painted the eyebrows differently here. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same. Now, another interesting thing, I noticed this in the original review. Our Rey sculpture, she's got a Black Series figure. She's got the shorter pant leg on there and boots. And this Rey, the Dark Rey, she's got this rubberized material in front and back on sort of like the cape, but her legs are wrapped in what looked like black fabric, right? But of course it's molded, right? But it reminds me of a mummy, right? They're really wrapped in cloth, and it looks just like a mummy except black cloth instead of white. And so there you have that. While we're there, you can see that, and let me pull this back so you can kind of get the idea, right? So there you go. You get a nice view of that, right? And the feet are on the rockers so that they pivot up and down. So you can pivot that foot. Let's get this one here that you all can see. So there you go. See, it's got that rocker idea. So the foot goes up and down like that. and it's also on a bit of a ball, so you can turn it. The same with the knee. So this knee, it turns, right? So you've got the regular knee joint, but then it also rotates. So you've got this ball joint in there. Really nice. And then the hip moves as well. So you've got full articulation, range of motion there to pose. Likewise, you can kind of, got some hip flexibility there to pose her a little bit differently. And then again, you've got this rubberized material in the front and back. Makes for a really nice appearance. Her arms, likewise, they're like the other figures. They got a nice pivot. You can move the elbows, same way as the knee, right? So you can turn it in and out as well as straighten and bend. And the wrists also turn back and forth, so you can do that as well as turn them, right? So there you go. It's turned inward. There it's turned outward, right? And then you can turn it sideways, side to side, and around. Another neat detail on this is her left hand forefinger has a ring on it. Do you see that? It's a silver ring right there on that first knuckle. And I hadn't noticed that in the movie, but obviously it's there. And there's nothing to that ring. It's not like a Snoke's ring or something like that, right? It doesn't have that gem on it, which I kind of looked for just to see. But she's got that ring on there. And if we compare that to Rey, of course, Rey does not have a ring on her hand, not on that forefinger, or any other for that matter. So that's kind of a nice detail there, right? That's kind of nice. And you've got, again, that cloth cape. And, this is just a wonderful, wonderful figure. Really well, goes really, really well with Rey and Dio there on the desk. And I will note that, getting her to hold this lightsaber, I mentioned before that those fingers are really, really closed in tight. And to get her to hold the saber, it takes a bit of manipulation. You really got to work to get, because the thickness of this saber hilt is bigger than the gap between the ends of her fingers and her palm, which is great. That way she holds it really well, right? But at the same time, that means it's really tough to get it in there. You kind of got to get up underneath the fingers and then twist it in and then force the thumb, right? So it's tough to get on there. Let's do the other hand in screen so you can see. So we've got the handle here, and if we want to get it in, we kind of gotta, let's see if I can show you all what it's like, right? See that? See how it doesn't want to go in? So you gotta kind of push up underneath, pivot it, and get it in their hand. So there you have it. And then of course it came out of the other. So we've kind of got to work these together. Come on, Rey. Cooperate. You wanna cooperate for everybody? Oh. Oh my goodness. She does not want to cooperate. So it's just really hard to get her to hold this so that you can get it in both hands and pose the figure with her holding that saber up there. So it came apart, which is the easier way to get her to hold it, right? So we can take it apart. We can get it in there, right? So now she's holding it. And then, now that she's holding it, now we can put them back together, right? So I've got her holding both parts, right? And then we just snap this right back into place. And there we have it. So there she's holding both pieces. They're together, and we can straighten it out, and we can work to pose her that way. Now, you can see I'm still fighting with that, right? Because it wants to come apart with her hands, without her hands being like right together. But hey, it depends what you're trying to achieve, right? if you really want to get her to hold these together, holding that hilt, um, holding them with it lit and holding both pieces together. Oh, come on, it's turning. Let me get this in here. Right, then you're gonna have to work with it that way. So there you have her holding that in both hands, and we can kind of separate the hands out. And because of that articulation, it really gives us a lot of flexibility to pose her with this. Oh, I see the problem I've got here. Oh, I've got it backwards so that these don't want to line up, right? So my hilts don't want to line up. So I've got to kind of reverse it and put it the other way so that those hilts will line. So we just clip this back together right there. Pull that together. Oh, come on, Ray. You want to do it? You know you do. There you go. Get that? And then we can straighten them out just like that. See? Get that nice and straight. Gonna have to work on it just a little bit if I want to pose it that way, right? But what I probably will do, and this is the way I had it set up before, is I'll just take this out of this hand. I'm going to leave this hand with the ring loose. All right, I'll set that down like that, and then I can straighten the saber. Turn her hand over so she's holding it just like that, right? And I'll have it standing on the desk with her holding the saber in a more menacing kind of way, right? Like this, like that. Oh, I love it. Look at that. Oh, I'm very happy with this figure. I'm happy to have it added to my collection and sitting here on the desk as a reminder of Rise of Skywalker. Again, not my favorite of the sequels personally. I would have liked to have seen them do, as I mentioned, a few things differently. But this figure here represents what we have in the movie, and it gives you the ability to pose and to perhaps take some photography with it in different kind of scenarios, right? You'll be able to pose that and create your own scenes. So encourage that as well. So there we have it, Dark Side Rey from the Rise of Skywalker. Look, if you guys would like me to review any other figures, please let me know and put it in the comments. We'll try to get some other figures. I do have other figures ordered and hope to get those soon, and as those come in, we'll continue to review them together. So thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your support, and I hope that you all have a wonderful day, fantastic weekend, enjoy, and we will be back in touch very soon. And until then, goodbye everybody. Merry Christmas.